What's good, guys? This is Taylib bringing you How To Episode 4. This episode is How to Get a Moab, or an M.O.A.B, however you want to say it, I'm not sure. So, starting things off on bootleg here, I always go for the spawn snipe. This time, didn't work out. Actually, it's never worked out for me, but I always keep trying for some reason. Someday it'll happen. Maybe if I'm lucky enough. Yeah, so I started out quick scoping, and it wasn't really working out, so I ended up switching classes to my ACR class, which I will break down. So yeah, I got a pretty sweet Moab gameplay, and I figured I would just go through the whole gameplay and take the key moments, break them down, tell you what I did, tell you what I maybe shouldn't have done, and how it went well for me. Alright, so for the first little bit here, I'm just running around with a sniper. I already switched classes so that next time I spawn, I will have my ACR class. Because I'm not feeling the sniping it right now, I don't know why, but I switched classes. So, B doesn't go so well for me, so I switched to my ACR class. My ACR class has sleight of hand, it has hardline, and marksman. I'm using the ACR with silencer and extended mags, Semtex, stun grenades, and I'm using specialist kill streaks, so my first three perks are assassin, quick draw, and blast shield. Gonna start things off by running around a bit, running and gunning. That's what I usually like to do until I get on a streak, and then I'm expecting a Moab, and I kind of camp and go more defensive for sure. So always sprinting to reload when you need to. That's just basic. The most important thing with all these like in between the key moments is the UAV. You always want to be looking at the UAV. Make sure you know where your team is so that you know where the enemies are going to come from. Because if you have three teammates one way, odds are they're going to kill an enemy before he gets through. Now this isn't always true. That's probably the majority of my deaths is like enemies sneaking through a bunch of teammates, but that's okay. Whenever you hear friendly airstrike incoming, you have a huge advantage on your enemies. Because there's a certain area that they can't go to or else they're going to die. So they're going to hang back in a building or whatever so that they don't get killed by the airstrike. Now, you can take this time to get in a good position so then when the airstrike clears, they're going to be running out of their building to come and kill people or cap flags or whatever they want to do. As soon as that airstrike clears, they're all going to run out of that building, and if you have a good spot and you have the advantage on them, you can just pick them all off and they won't even know what hit them. Once you realize where the airstrike is coming, you have to establish tactics. Like, right now, I know that the only way that I can die is if one guy is really close and he's out of the blast radius of the airstrike and he's going to come in my building. So I switched to my secondaries, which I know are much better at close range. The FMG9s are way overpowered. So I'm going to switch, and if he's close range, I'm probably going to kill him, but it turns out that there's no one here. Using the safety of the airstrike, I'm going to move out to a nice head glitch spot that I like to sit in when we have A and B and they have C. But my teammate is trying to take C, so I kind of tried to back him up. Didn't really work, so I'm just going to chill here for a second. But as you can see, I'm getting a little low on ammo. After picking off these two kills right here, I realized that I need to switch weapons. I need to use my secondaries to get a few kills and gather scavenge packs. The best way to do that is to go to the center of the map where it's closer range so that I can kill people easier, and it'll be also easier to grab the scavenge packs if I'm killing people at close range. Moving on forward, trying to get the scavenge packs, there's one. So I'm going to get a guy, and then I hear some footsteps on the catwalk right on top of me. Look at the UAV really quickly, and I see that it's not a teammate, so it's going to be an enemy, and I'm not exactly sure where he's going to come down. I get lucky enough that he just decides to hop down pretty much right in front of me, and then I went to switch back to my secondaries there, but two guys ran out and I ended up getting 2 lucky kills. Which is a good point to make, is a lot of Moabs are luck. Like, it's pretty lucky that I came around that corner and there was a guy. It's pretty lucky that I got shot a hell of a lot right there and I didn't die. It's pretty lucky that I got shot a little more and killed another guy. So that's always a thing to remember, is you can get screwed over for sure. It just takes a little bit of luck, and if you follow some of the things that I'm saying, you're probably going to be in a better stance to get a Moab. Once again, looking at the UAV, you can see that my team is all along B Street. and the enemies have a clear road from C to A. So the safest place for me to be right now is to cover that, and this is a pretty good head glitch to do that. But I'm feeling pretty confident, and I decide to run up to get my favorite head glitch spot once again. So I just hop up on this railing and sit right on these barrels. It's probably the best spot on this map, definitely my favorite spot for sure when you're watching C. The enemy team really doesn't have too many choices. They can either run towards B where my entire team is, or they can go from C to A and try to cap that. And both ways are pretty blocked right now. There's no use of me going anywhere else because my team has everything else on lockdown. So if I just watch this, then I'm pretty solid to get a Moab or whatever. Eventually they're going to find you. You're going to start taking hits, and I decide to relocate at this point. They finally found me, they're shooting me, they're probably angry for sure. So they're going to start throwing nades, they're going to start stunning, they're going to start flashing, they're going to do everything in their power to kill me because I've killed them a lot. So my team basically has them in a spawn trap right now. But as most people know, spawn traps don't last forever. Boom, UAV online. You can see on the UAV right now that there is an enemy behind me. So he spawned back there because my team pushed too far ahead into B, or into C spawn, sorry, and he's gonna spawn at A. So he's probably gonna take this opportunity from spawning at A to flank me and kill me instead of capping A. I looked at the UAV as soon as it came up, and I realized that I had to cover my ass and run back. So I'm doing that, and I love how you get sit rep with specialist. You just know so much, and you hardly ever die from equipment. It's really great. So just picking those two guys off, and now they're probably back in the spawn trap. It's pretty safe to say that we got them back there. And then my teammate decides that he wants to cap C. So I would usually just go back to the head glitch, but I know they're capping it, so I'm gonna run up and who recognizes that clip from the witness montage? Yeah, I thought that was pretty sweet. A nice ACR quad feed with a Moab as the first kill. So there's the Moab, and every time after I get a Moab, I just kind of dick around. I just go anywhere, do anything I want. I usually try to pick off as many people during that 10-second countdown, and then of course after every Moab I get, I just die. It just happens. It's what happens in the game. Yeah, that's basically the Moab breakdown that I decided to do, the key moments. Hope everyone liked it. The rest of this game, well, there isn't really too much to it. I guess they all decided to quit because they don't like the red screen from the Moab. So yeah, that's the end of the game. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Peace out.